But for me, the thing that I've noticed, and I think it's similar to what you were just
Right.
talking about it being about the learning. I think what I've noticed, because I particularly believe I have a pretty healthy self-inflicted ego. Like it's a lot of the time everything is about me. And I felt like when I'm teaching, it's one of those few moments where it's devoid of me. Like I'm like in those particular moments where I'm talking to someone about something that I really am interested in and they can use. In that moment when you feel like you're really getting through to someone, you're helping someone learn something that they didn't know before. In that moment,
Yeah.
I realize that I'm no longer looking inward and everything is not about me. But it's very
True.
brief.
True.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
ego comes back as soon as I'm done
Or if it's
talking.
all you're looking inward, then it's in a completely different, much holistic sense where the in and out. I mean, you're not gazing and not being,
Oh yeah, I'm
solipsistic.
not looking at myself.
Uh,
I'm looking at everyone else is what I
yes,
mean.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yeah. You're not preening in front of the mirror, not at all. There is, I mean, a lot of introspection, active introspection, as in the moment, really in the flow. As
Yeah.
you see something, it reveals itself to you. That happens. So yes, I mean, uh, the narrow sense of self. I kind of make a distinction between self consciousness and self awareness at times. All the times that's also a false distinction. But anyway, and so you're in a space of awareness, not limiting the consciousness. You know, as I was speaking with you, I told you that I have this little notebook, which is essentially about sudden moments of illumination on the workshop floor. I'm just looking at it. So, as I said, that the deepest moments of insight have come through moments of teaching, and this kind of relates to what we've been talking about of being devoid, being emptied of oneself, because this is, I think, something workshop I was taking in Delhi, 2014 perhaps, and just happened to write. There's a lot of these are just very on the fly, very cryptic, but there's this line which says what is in the body and is yet not the body. And they've gone on to write that, so the process that I've been working on, the process or a methodology, I kind of give it a name. I call it Sahrudaya. I also call it theater of resonance.
Right, right.
So I think this is the first time, about 4 years ago, that this literally came to me on the workshop floor. So I'd have written this down during a break or something. And I've written here that, what I'm trying to talk about is this sense of something sympathetic like resonant strings, not pity. Something which is of one heart. Hearts quite literally beating together. And in my case, I actually work a lot with the breath and an ensemble connected by a common rhythm, a common breath. So it's literal in my case. It's like literal and physical. I try to get everybody to one breath, the whole ensemble, and then from that come variations. But it's like jazz. You have the basic rhythm, then you syncopate.
Yeah.
Something like that. And then I'd gone on to write that this does not mean loss of individuality. It means being so open, so vulnerable, so responsive to the other, that I feel with an unbearable intensity my own human essence. Something flows through me that is not me. It is flowing through us, but it is not you, not me. It is born in our meeting, but is beyond us, made by us, but greater than us. Call it spirit or call it simply it. We are unafraid. We feel no need to hide, to pretend. We are who we are. Looking just to look, walking just to walk, breathing just to breathe. So stuff like this, these things have come to me. I was actually engaged in the act of teaching, taking workshops,
Yeah.